What was going on in San Diego when that guy got bit in half by a shark a couple years back? They were training for something.
Yeah, it's funny you remember that. That was May of 2008. I remember that like it was yesterday. So at the time I lived in San Francisco. And this is actually just before I swam the Maui thing. Now that I think about it, that was 10 years ago. I swam the Maui thing in June of June of '08. So I'm doing all my training in a swimming pool up in San Francisco because I don't want to acclimate to very cold water. I actually want to be in warm water. But I needed one long ocean swim of like 14 or 15 miles as my like last training swim. So I came down to San Diego to do it. And just by bad luck, I came down a few days after that guy was killed. Now, this was a guy, I didn't know him, but he was a triathlete training with a triathlon group that they would go out and swim every morning. And I know the beach exactly where it happened, in Solana Beach. And unfortunately, like most people who get attacked by great whites, they always attack the same way, which is below and behind, stealth bite, up, and then they retreat. So they're trying to basically injure the prey so their prey exsanguinates, and then they take off, and then they wait till you bleed out. So they never saw the shark, but you could tell from the bite marks it was. I actually had a friend who was on the beach and saw him when he came out, and he was basically dead when he got to shore. He had bled to death. The problem is, so in this case, the shark had bit him and cut through his femoral arteries and veins. And the salt water prevents you from having any hemostasis, so it exacerbates the blood loss. So that's generally how folks perish when they're bit by great whites.
How did they get him out of the water?
A bunch of other swimmers came to his rescue, and luckily that commotion prevents the sharks from wanting to come back. So 3 days later, I go out and I'm swimming at that beach because I swam from my training swim was La Jolla up to Solana Beach and back. And I got to tell you, like 3 days after a guy dies where you're swimming, it was about one of the most mentally challenging training swims to be like, because you can't see, like the water at that part of the beach is so murky, and you're only a couple 100 yards offshore that like you can barely see your hands when you're swimming. And so you're just thinking, is this the day?
Oof, dude. Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
Gee, I can't see why.
Yeah, there's just something about sharks too. They're, to me, one of the most terrifying things. Because first of all, we're so inept in the water. I mean, even a person like you who's a great swimmer.
Yeah, we're a joke.
Yeah, what we are in comparison to what they are, it's just you're throwing yourself into the world of a super predator. And to know that one just jacked a person just a few days before and you're out there swimming around.
Yeah, although I will say this, when it's all said and done, all of the close encounters I've had, probably the scariest moment I've ever had in the water was doing a swim from Santa Rosa to Santa Barbara. So Santa Rosa Island, which is the second furthest north Channel Island. You got San Miguel, Santa Rosa, Santa Cruz, and Anacapa represent the top 4 Channel Islands. So we did this November swim. It was a nighttime thing again, swimming from Santa Rosa Island to Santa Barbara. And at about 5 in the morning, maybe 6 in the morning, you're just starting to get enough light where you can see, and you're out there, so you really have amazing visibility. And I look down probably 40 feet, and I see this enormous thing swimming like this, which is how sharks swim, and I see the dorsal fin in the position that freaks me out, and the tail's this way. All of that is shark.
Right.
And I lift up out of the water, kind of hyperventilate for a second, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, you got to make a judgment call here. If that's really a great white, you probably ought to get out of the water. The moment you're out of the water, that's it. The swim is over. Like, you just spent like months doing this, like it's done. So then I convinced myself, and I think I'm right. I think it was a dolphin on its side, because a dolphin on its side its tail fin would be the same way, and it could swim that way. So in the end, I just kept swimming. But I mean, that scared the shit out of me.
Well, they have seen quite a few of them off the coast of Malibu. There's
there's tons. There's no question. They are way more plentiful than we realize. And all you got to do is talk to the fishermen. Like the fishermen will tell you. They're like off Coronado. I mean, it's like there's nonstop great whites.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why are you freaking me out, Peter?
The good news is they see us all the time, and most of the time they realize we're not what they want.
Yeah, they want seals,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Whenever they attack us, they're making a mistake.
Now, is there a suit you can wear, like a Kevlar suit that protects you from getting bitten in half?
No, but this is so funny you bring this up. I became obsessed with this thing called you'd put the thing on your ankle, like you had like a little Velcro thing, you'd wrap it on your ankle, and it had a tail, like this long, like 4 foot long thing, and it was charged, and it sends out an electrical impulse that disturbs the shit out of the sharks. The shark's nose is an organ that senses electricity. So when a shark, it could be pitch black, it could be soot water, and they can still scope you, from hundreds of yards away based on the electrical activity of your heart. And that organ is their nose. So this little thing, I forget what it was called, like the shark taser or some shit. It puts out a signal that like tases them, and they don't want to get within like.
Oh, there it is. Jamie's got it up here. The world's first shark deterrent band. It's called the Shark Bands. Worn on the wrist or ankle. Is this it?
I don't know. I thought it had a different name. But because the one that I was going to get and did a ton of research into had a really long tail hanging off it, and that became the problem.
Uses patented magnetic technology to repel sharks. So the tail was a problem because of the drag?
No, because it would... It sounds silly, but it would come up and zap you in the nuts.
Oh,
so you'd
Christ.
It's like, so it became unbearable to practice swimming in this thing because you're like, every 37 seconds you'd get zapped by the tail.
I like how it says reduce the risk.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get some numbers, please? I don't want to just hear reduce. By how much? By 1%
7%.
statistically. And then it also is a leash for your surfboard, too. You can use one of those to strap it to your ankle. But yeah, no.
It's going to come to me like in an hour. I'll remember what this silly thing was called.
Jamie will probably find it.
Yeah.
Off of Catalina, I know it's one of the best shark fishing places in the world. I have a friend of mine who told me that if you think about like wild places on Earth that are just overrun with predators, terrifying, like predator-prey activity, Catalina Island is one of the top spots in the world. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm telling you, man, the shark fishing off Catalina Island is fucking insane. And then I watched a television show, just, synchronicity, a couple days later. And it was these guys shark fishing off of Catalina. I was like, what in the fuck? I could have never guessed. They're catching makos mostly.
Yeah, and it's actually my recollection, because we swam around Catalina once as well. The backside is way more aggressive than the front side.
The side that faces the Pacific,
the side that,
rather than faces
exactly.
Los Angeles.
That's right. Yeah, there's way more crazy
sense.
stuff out there.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where they were. Yeah, it looked pretty nuts. I mean, they were bringing in these 15-foot sharks. I mean, I was like, what in the fuck? These are just floating around out there. Bears swimming away from sharks.
Yeah, well, don't talk about. I was just in Rio and I was swimming in the ocean every day, and I know everybody's like, "Oh, there's no sharks there," but
are there?
Dude,
no
you
sharks
can't
there?
help but when you're swimming in the open water, you kind of. I had a can of soda brushed by me at one point, and I almost pooped myself.
My friend Peter Attia, he swam all the Hawaiian Islands.
Yeah.
He did this crazy swim, and he was training for this in San Diego. And I think the week he was training, some guy got eaten by a great white shark. So he's out there in the very waters where a guy got bit in half.
Yeah.
And apparently they were all training for a triathlon, these people that were doing it.
Yeah.
So there was like a run of them. There was like 10, 15 guys swimming, and just one of them.
My first race this year is in Oceanside, so.
Where's Oceanside?
It's like outside of San Diego.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh,
yeah,
God.
April 1st. Ocean swim.
Fuck all that. I was in Maui last November, and a buddy of mine was just there this past, Duncan was there, when? 2 months ago? And some lady was snorkeling with her husband, and the guy pops his head up, and they're screaming at him from the shore, "Get back in shore!" And he looks over, and there's all this blood in the water and thrashing. And he gets to the shore, and he realizes it's his wife.
Oh.
They never even found her.
Yeah, well, because she's gone.
Diver decapitated by 19-foot great white shark in the Gulf of California, report says. Local divers have been warned about the presence of sharks in the area. Fuck that. Does this just happen?
Yeah, January 5th it happened.
Oh.
They paid him extra money to go down because no one would go get the mollusks, so he went and didn't make it back out.
Oh, my. Mollusks. What kind of mollusks?
They're and also I guess they're 20 meters down or so, 10 to 20 meters down, so he was down a pretty specific
So
amount.
he's down really low, and a 19-foot shark decapitated him?
36 to 59
Oh
feet,
my
actually.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Fuck that, Paul Felder.
Can't
what are
wait
you
for
doing?
that swim. And the best part is we wear black wetsuits that make us look like big old seals flopping around. And
Do you have to wear a black one? Can you wear like a neon
I mean, if you
green
can find,
one?
if you can find a bright, I don't know, do sharks see and do they see color though?
They probably don't see shit.
Black and white. So that pink one is white, I guess, to them.
Yeah, it's like the
I don't know.
underbelly of something delicious.
Well, there's thousands of us out there, so you just got to be lucky.
Oh boy.
You just got to be lucky.
Fuck, man.
Well, I did a race in Florida, and there was 100% a gator off on the side that somebody sent me a picture, thank God, after the race. They're like, oh, by the way, this was sitting on the side of the lake that you guys were swimming in, just waiting for us to finish.
If you're in Florida, virtually any body of water could have an alligator.
100%.
Which is so weird.
It could be like in a development, and
Yeah.
there's like a little pond, and they might just be like, oh, I'm just going to go take a splash in here.
Oh yeah, I remember like a year ago, some old lady who was walking in this beautiful gated community in North Carolina, and she got snatched up.
Yeah. They'll eat.
I used to live in Gainesville, and when I lived there, back then alligators were endangered, so you couldn't kill them, so they were everywhere, and people would feed them marshmallows. There's a place called Lake Alice. We go to Lake Alice and throw marshmallows into
Wonder
the
why
water.
marshmallows of all things.
People just they found out they would eat them, so they'd throw them in. You know,
Throw some graham crackers at them.
they'd
too,
eat
while you're at
chicken
it.
too. They eat meat, whatever the fuck you want to
That's
feed
what I
them.
would think. I would think
Yeah.
protein.
But they're fucking monsters. I hate those things. They really drive me crazy.
I mean, they're truly, a dinosaur, basically,
Yeah.
that still lives.
Yeah, just a heartless fucking reptile.
Just
Ugh.
wants to rip your leg off
Ugh. And
roll.
There's a video that I put up on my Instagram from one of those like Nature is Brutal or Nature's Metal pages, and it's a crocodile grabs this wild pig and snaps it in half, and it's got it by the jaws, and it just
Yeah, just rips it straight off.
just with like a flick of its neck.
I've seen one of those. And dude, you see them. These guys still have they're so stupid to. Oh, I'm gonna put my hand or put your hand in there.
Oh yeah, all the
It's
time.
like it's going to shred everything off of you if it can.
Yeah, there's like sideshows that they do where guys like touch the inside of the crocodile's
They
mouth.
screw up, right? Because I think
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
happens if you touch their tongue or something like that. Because otherwise, I don't think it even knows what you're doing. It's just waiting.
Yeah.
And the guy's not paying attention, slips up. Oh, see ya. Yeah, look at this guy, Florida man.
Oh God, he lost his arm. Shares survival story after alligator rips off arm. He gets lost in a swamp for 3 days. Oh, I saw that guy.
Now let's be fair. He doesn't look like
Whatever
he's
meth
got
he
much
was
else
on.
going on.
Yeah, that meth kept him alive through that entire journey.
Yeah, that one,
with no arm.
Florida man.
That might be just a cover story for some fucking crazy meth explosion.
Yeah.
Man, a gator got me. I swear to God, I don't fucking even touch meth. It was a
Nope.
goddamn gator.
Goddamn gators.
It's just any sport that involves maybe getting eaten.
You're not going to get eaten inside of the octagon. I mean, it's definitely a safe environment as far as MMA. You just got to deal with the other
Yeah.
maniac in there that's trying to kill you.